guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for the Superior Spider-Man issue 28. And before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a little update. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 37, and that is the show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. And here are those comics. We got Furious issue 2, Powerpuff Girls issue 6, which you'll also see an in-depth review of Comic Frontline for Kitty Corner, so be sure to check that out for Powerpuff Girls. We got Wolverine issue 2, The Wake issue 6, and The Flash issue 28. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 37. Also want to promote a couple other things. We got a couple of contests going on. One on my channel ending tomorrow, where you can win this DVD and a couple other comic book related stuff. So be sure to check out that contest. And another contest on Comic Frontline where you can win a beautiful Green Lantern statue. You can find out again. All those videos will be annotated. And Media Madness was yesterday, where we watched Teen Wolf season 1 episode 1 and season 2 episode 1, and we want your recommendations for what TV show and movie we should watch next. So there's an explanation in the beginning of that video, so check out Media Madness. But let's talk about Superior Spider-Man issue 28, part 2 of Goblin Nation. Very excited for this issue. Very cool. You get to see these pieces on the chessboard, and there's a wild card in this issue that are trying to take these pieces away. So on the Spider side, there's an unlikely person that's doing that, so I'm very excited about that. Cool art, and again, I was really looking forward to this issue. Even though I thought part 1 was just okay, I was still really looking forward to see what's happening with part 2. So in this issue, we get to see of course, we get to see the headquarters are blown up. Spider-Man's sorry guys. Spider-Man's trying to figure out a way to escape the island and figure out, what should I do? These goblins know who I am. And Carly actually encounters him, and Carly is able to get through to him for being, I guess, uncontrolled by the goblin, and saying, you have to protect yourself, you know, I'm not going to be in control for longer, but he's going to attack everybody you love. And so she is able to have some control throughout the issue. Now, our wild card in this issue is Mary Jane. She is being attacked by the goblins. Of course, again, Carly was trying to warn about that. So it seems like, you know, Peter's friends and family are going to be attacked. And she has her own web slingers right here, her own web shooters. And she's pretty good at it. And she's like, all right, well, we got to run and get everybody. And I'll be the wild card because I know exactly what I have to do. I've dealt with this before. And she's upset that J. Jonah Jameson made these Goblin Slayers, because it reminds her of the Spider Slayers. And that's what's going on in present time. We also get to see a cliffhanger where Anna Marie is being stolen by one of the goblins, which is like, alright, I'm not totally attached to Anna Marie, so I didn't really care so much about the cliffhanger, but still interesting to seeing that they really are trying to capture everyone. Peter and Dr. Octopus are close to, because they know that Dr. Octopus is Peter. Yeah, that makes sense. And also we get to see a little story with Peter and him going into Dr. Octopus's memories and really thinking he's Dr. Octopus, but he's like, no, I'm Peter. So how is he going to be able to get his old memories back? I'm sure that's what Amazing Spider-Man is going to accomplish when we see that series again. But I love this issue. It's actually really close to being my pick of the week. The reason it wasn't my pick of the week, because there's so many great issues that came out this week, and you'll see that on my Comic Uno episode countdown, which you check out because it's annotated. But you'll see there's a lot of great issues this week, and I really love Superior though. This is what I expected, and there's some really great small moments here. Getting to see Peter back, you know, with the memories thing, you know, it's pretty much the same thing going on, but I like that. I like that we're using Carly again, trying to get through Peter, you know, and then will Dr. Octopus care that Peter's friends and family are being attacked? I don't think so, but I think he'll care that Anna Marie is being attacked. So he's going to really fight for Anna Marie, and I guess, you know, everyone that's attached to them, like Mary Jane and Aunt May. And I love that Mary Jane called herself the wild card, because finally she's doing something. Thank you, Dan Slott. I'm very happy you did this, because I've been saying Mary Jane has been a bimbo throughout this whole series. Does this make up for it? Not really, but I still love this. I love she has her own web shooter, she's fighting for her own, and she's not a bimbo. She's like, you know what? I gotta defeat these people. I know how to defeat these people. She is no damsel in distress. That is our Mary Jane we know and love. So I love that part. My best thing this week, even though this wasn't my pick of the week, that scene was the best thing from the week. I really enjoyed this issue. The only problem I had, maybe is a little cluttered, a lot of stories going on at once. That's been going on with Superior Spider-Man. I could have done with maybe a little less, maybe Peter's story, honestly, because that's pretty much the same thing we got with last issue. So we didn't totally need that much Peter, but a lot is going on in this issue. So that is something that did bring it to a 4.5. And still not a particular fan of this art. I rather Ramus's art for Spider-Man. So, you know, their faces looked a little aged. That's the best way to put it. Not a big fan of the facial expressions with this artist, but still really love this issue. So close to being my pick of the week. I gotta give this a 4.5. Definitely one of the best Superior Spider-Man issues in a while, and can't wait to see Goblin Nation continues. So 4.5 stars. Pick this up, especially if you're a Mary Jane fan. Love what she did here. Really excited. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rant Situations, and don't forget to like my Facebook page, and I'll see you guys later.